Deatrick, it's my honor and privilege to have helped to organize this march and this rally. Let's give a big hand to our wonderful musicians, Gene Mackey, Mary Wilson, Beth Walker, Thank you so much. A few thank yous are definitely in order for this wonderful event. Thanks to the City of Ann Arbor and the University of Michigan and to their staff. Thank you to the volunteers, to our American Sign Language interpreter over here. Thank you so much. And thank you to our march leaders who are right here. Come on up so everyone can see you. Monica Ross Williams, Ypsilanti Township Trustee. Ann Jackson, a proud labor member of the Michigan Nurses Union. And three terrific University of Michigan students, Sarah Stevens, Marissa Diamond, and Salah Barwani. Thank you. Today, at this very moment, people around the world are uniting at events like this one. I just heard in Washington, D.C., the latest report was it was maybe 500,000 people marching. Yes. This day must be the first of many. We need to keep walking together, singing together, and most of all, working together. One way to carry that work forward is to sign up right now today with one of the groups that's co-sponsoring, co-organizing this event. The progressives at the University of Michigan have a table over there, I believe. Wave if you've got the table. And Michigan to Believe In is the other co-sponsoring organization. You can also find us by Googling us in case you can't make your way over there right now. It's been my absolute pleasure to work with wonderful student leaders to organize this event, and I would like to invite them up to speak now. These are the co-founders of Progressives at the University of Michigan, Robert Joseph, Brad McPherson, and Claire Zaburin. Yay!
I wanted to start today simply by thanking all of you for coming and by thanking Michelle for her wonderful introduction. Sorry, we're gonna move this up. Okay. I'll start over. I wanted to start today simply by thanking all of you for coming and by thanking Michelle Deatrick for her wonderful introduction. She and her son Alexander Deatrick are fantastic organizers and inspiring people. And it was truly their support that made this incredible demonstration today possible. Let's have a round of applause for Michelle, Alexander, and all of the volunteers today that made this event possible. When Michelle first approached me about having progressives at the University of Michigan co-host this Women's March today, I was, at first, slightly apprehensive. Alongside other student leaders, I was just in the process of forming Progressives as a student organization. The Women's March seemed like a huge first task for a new group. But when we saw just how closely the March's inclusive and intersectional mission aligned with our goals of our very own organization, our founding members were really excited to step up to the challenge. Much like the march today, the driving force behind the Progressives at UM is the need to unite activists. As we enter a new era, a tumultuous political landscape, it's more important than ever to stand up, to be allies in the fight for economic, racial, gender, and environmental justice. And so, As progressives at the University of Michigan, we will continue today's work by coordinating our efforts. We'll form a roundtable of passionate advocates for important causes, and based first and foremost on our progressive values, the values that so many of us share here today, we'll determine the best course of action as a united group. Carrying today's energy forward is possible, but only if you get involved going forward. A number of incredible organizations on campus are doing the work we'll need over the coming years. Students for Choice and Students for Justice are just two out of countless examples. And once again, I would like to invite you to join our group, the Progressives at UM. Stop by our table, which is over there, talk to one of our volunteers, or visit progressivesum.com. Once again, that's progressivesum.com. Unprecedented circumstances require unprecedented activism, and we hope that you'll join us on the journey ahead. Thank you so much.
Hey everybody. My name is Brad McPherson. I'm a sophomore at the University of Michigan, and I'm a proud and unwavering feminist. I'm a feminist because I believe it should be a woman's right to walk at night without fear. It should be a woman's right to pursue happiness through whatever career she chooses, paid equally to her male coworkers. It should be a woman's right to marry whomever she loves. And it should be a woman's right to demand fairness and equality under the law. This is what feminism stands for. This is the principled position. Yet, in the 241 years America's been around, women have only begun to win a fraction of those rights. And as of yesterday, we no longer have a president who advances these common sense American values. Let me be very clear. Donald Trump does not represent men. He is abnormal. His locker room of abusers is a place I wish to be very, very far away from. Fortunately, for the next 2 years, at least, he holds the keys to our government. With women's rights so in jeopardy, the question arises, what can we do about it? The answer is unprecedented levels of organization and activism. After this march is over, I ask every single person here, especially the men, to join a group dedicated to women's equality. We must also dedicate ourselves to vote every single year, not just every 4 or every 2, because democracy will not wait for an even-numbered year, and neither should you. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Claire Chevron, also of Progressives at the University of Michigan. When I think back on all that has happened in the last year and over the course of the election cycle, it is hard not to think about how I, as a woman and as a young person, will be personally affected. My entire future, from my career to my health, is now cast into doubt. This can be overwhelming at times, and it is easy to begin to feel hopeless and apathetic. With a country so sharply divided, what hope do we have of moving forward? But it is when I think of all those people who stand to lose so much more than I do, people who could lose their homes, their rights, their safety, that I feel truly motivated to fight back. This is why we are all here. We do not have the luxury or the time for hopelessness. We are here to stand up for one another, to stand up for those who cannot stand up for themselves. The problems we face as a country, the hate, the fear, the lies, are so much bigger than each of us because they affect all of us. But I have hope because each person standing here is standing against hate, and we are standing together. Progressives at the University of Michigan has been such a blessing for me personally. It has given me something to work for, something concrete into which to channel all of my anger and all of my hope. Yesterday, for example, instead of wallowing, I was busy running around with Robert, printing out flyers and desperately trying to come up with something meaningful to say to you all today. And despite how hectic the last week has been, it has been an incredibly cathartic experience helping pull together this event. And the overwhelming response we have received has showed me how there are so many people willing to stand up for what is right. And it has showed me over and over again that all is not lost. When Robert, Brad, and I started this group, we never imagined we could have come so far so fast. And we certainly couldn't have without Michelle and Alexander Deatrick, Michigan to Believe In, and all of you who came out here today. So go out, get involved, and let activism be your catharsis. And next, it is my pleasure to introduce our next speaker, Maria Ibarra. She was born in Mexico and raised in Detroit. She has been organizing for immigrant justice for 7 years, including grassroots organizing and political advocacy. She recently graduated the University of Michigan with a Master's of Social Work.